Right. My colleague Avni Raja will now give us the overall picture. We gave you specific information from various centers, but Avni is joining me now from the Mumbai newsroom to give us the overall picture of what the status is of coronavirus across India. Over to you, Avni.
Well, that's right. Remember, there have been a lot of fast-paced developments as far as coronavirus is concerned, because we've seen 3 new cases that have come out in India specifically, one in Jaipur, one in Hyderabad, one in Delhi. Just one point to mention here is that this is aside from the 3 cases that were reported positive earlier on in Kerala, but those 3 patients have been discharged at this point in time. So right now, as of now, there are 3 positive cases in India at this point in time. So that's as far as these 3 cases are concerned. Let's move on now as far as the states are concerned. So let's first look at Rajasthan. The Italian patient who has been tested positive, now his wife is being tested for coronavirus as well. So that is what's happening in Rajasthan. People who came in contact with this particular person are also being tested, because remember, it spreads very fast. So everybody who could possibly have come in contact with him are also being tested. And all the hotels where the patient stayed, where he ate, all of those are being sanitized as well. And there was a group of 21 Italian tourists with whom this person was, and they are being tested. They have been quarantined and they are being tested at the ITPB facility in Delhi as well. So that's really as far as Rajasthan is concerned, taking all precautions and all measures to ensure that this doesn't spread. Let's move on to the next state as far as Delhi is concerned, in fact, where at least 2 schools have been shut for the next 2 days. That is, these are 2 schools in Noida. Remember, the coronavirus patient in Delhi, his child was studying at one of these schools, and so that school has been shut for the time being. And another Noida school also shut as precautionary measures. Hotels, tourist spots are asked to alert officials if visitors from Italy, Iran or China arrive. So obviously these are states these are countries from where there's extremely close monitoring going on at this point in time. Family acquaintances of this particular patient from Delhi have been asked to stay indoors in self-isolation to check whether or not they develop any sort of such symptoms of the virus itself. So that's as far as Delhi is concerned. Now Karnataka and Telangana, medical team is monitoring all those who came in contact with the patient. Now remember, this patient was found to be positive in Telangana. He in a bus from Bengaluru, he went to Telangana, in fact. So that's where all of that is happening. In Kerala, meanwhile, screenings at airports, buses, train stations, all of that has been ramped up and increased as well. The health teams will visit the annual fest on March 9th to examine the participants as well. So obviously that's going to be a huge gathering of a lot of people. So there is going to be precaution taken there as well. So that's as far as Kerala is concerned. So at this point in time, in Lucknow, meanwhile, there was a resident who returned from Saudi Arabia who will also be tested. So in these specific places, all of these measures and precautions are being taken on. Meanwhile, overall, screenings across the country have been increased. Airport people who are coming from multiple countries are also now being screened at various airports across the country.
Right. Thanks, Avni, for joining us. This is, of course, a developing situation. There is no doubt a coronavirus alert. Very important to follow the travel advisory and the health advisory that is being issued by the government.